Hey clan, welcome to another installment of Ask the Warrior, where you get to ask me any question you want. Now I asked for this on, I think it was Monday, maybe Sunday. You've had a couple of days to ask me questions, and I have about 30 questions, so we're going to blaze through as many of them as we can, if not all of them, depending on what happens. But I do apologise if I coughed during this video. I'm not exactly feeling 100%. I've got a bit of a sore throat. That's why I have my nice wee cup of green tea here to take a sip from every now and then to quench my little throaty throat. So, may as well get this started with the first question, which comes from Charles6835. Who is your favourite character in Game of Thrones, past or present? Okay, so favourite character in Game of Thrones. Oh, that's a toughie. Now, firstly, I'll tell you, I didn't watch Game of Thrones from the start. I actually go into Game of Thrones halfway through the second season, in which I blazed through all of the episodes from season 1 to up to like near the end of season 2 I got into. So, yeah. I didn't get into it at the start, but so who's my favourite character? That's a really tough question because I love all of the characters in Game of Thrones. There are characters I like more than others. I love Littlefinger, I love the Spider, I love Tyrion, I love Joffrey, I love his mother, I love all the Starks, I love Jon Snow, I love the redhead, I can't remember her name, the Wildling. There isn't a character I don't like. If I had to pick a favourite character, it's really tough. I'll be honest, I'm a sucker for a character I can hate. So one of my favourite characters in the entire series is actually Joffrey, because of how much I hate that personality and that character. I don't hate the actor, but I hate that character. And that is really something that, in my opinion, is very hard to do, is to create a character that you hate, but at the same time you love to hate. I love to hate this character. I really want to see him die, but at the same time, I love the performance that he does. I love the performance from the actor, who does a fantastic job to make sure that you hate this character, and for the right reasons, not for the wrong reasons. That's what I love about it. I really love a good villain or a good person for you to hate. I love that. So Joffrey is definitely high up there. Tyrion, of course. The Hound. Oh, the Hound is fucking badass. I'm not gonna lie. Arya Stark. But in all honesty, the character that I thought I would end up hating through the entire series, but I've actually come to like a lot, and that's Jaime Lannister. Especially after the events of the previous episode last week, I fucking love how much he's developed as a character. He's had quite a lot of character development, and I love that about him. He's got so much development as a character from season 1, in the first episode where he, near enough, spoiler alert, kills a kid, the Stark who's now crippled, whose name I can't remember. I do apologize, I'm horrible with names. But from that, where you hate him, to this point in this recent episode where you're like, oh my god, I kind of feel sympathetic for him. And I love how he's developed as a character, and as I said, I'm not going to spoil what happens, but I just love how he's developed and how he's grown as a character thanks to the influences of Lady Stark and the... can't remember the character's name, I do apologise, I'm horrible with characters' names. But the female warrior who's been with him through a good chunk of the third and second season, I love how they've grown as a character and how much of a good influence she has had on him, and how much we find out about him previous to, like, before the start of the season, like what happened to him when the Mad King was in power, like why he did what he did, which was kill him. Spoiler alert. Not he killed the Mad King, but he goes into great detail why he did it. And as is, a lot of people just say he's a Kingslayer. That's it. He killed the king because his father was coming. He killed him for a particular reason. When in actual fact, that reason that he did kill him has more weight, and that he has told no one. No one knows why he killed the Mad King other than to seize power. But we found out why thanks to that character's influence. Now I do apologise, I'm forgetting if I'm going to have to Google it, I do apologise. Game list of Game of Thrones characters. I do apologise for this. I'm horrible with names. I'm so sorry about this. Where is it? Where is he? But I'll go to IMDb. Like, I'm so sorry. I am horrible with names. I do apologise for this. I need a name. I need a picture. So give me a minute. Game of Thrones characters. Game of Thrones. I need to find out this character's name. It's gonna bug the hell out of me. IMDb. Do apologise. I love Jaime and I love the influence that this character has had on him. Where is she? But I do love that the character has just grown so much in the past wee while. Where is she? It's gonna bug me if I don't find out her name. Brienne of Tarth. That's her name. I think that is. Let me just check the actress to make sure I'm right. Yeah, so Brienne of Tarth. That actress does a fantastic name, not gonna lie. But Brienne of Tarth, I love how much of an impact she's had on Jaime and how much they've grown together as characters. And Jaime has slowly but surely become a very, in my opinion, one of the most developed characters in the entire series, in my opinion. He's grown so much as a character, especially what he's been through and after what happens to him. I absolutely adore that. I love that with a good character, like a character who you've grown to hate for the most of the season, very arrogant and always had everything handed to him, to where he gets to the lowest point he's ever been, and eventually this character, this Brienne of Tarth, helps him out so much. And I love that, I really do love that. I'm trying to do a quick look through and make sure I'm not forgetting any other characters. Yeah, so I love Jaime, he's awesome, he's definitely become one of my favourite characters just because of how much he's developed. Of course, can't forget Tyrion Lannister, I do love him. It's really tough to say, as it is, Tyrion is a lot of people's favourite characters. I love his character, so he is one of my favourites as well. I also love the Hound. The Hound's a fantastic character. I do love him. Very badass, and I can't wait to see where he goes. Subtle hints here or there about what's going to happen, but the Hound's awesome. I love him. But yeah, I so far my favourite character, especially of Season 3, is definitely Jaime. Jaime is just so much character development. Season 1, I'm going to be honest, I was a Ned Stark guy. I fucking love Sean Bean. He's an absolute fantastic actor. No matter what film he's in, no matter how bad it is, he's awesome in everything I've ever seen him in. So Sean Bean is definitely one of my favourite actors. And also Ned Stark was one of my favourite characters. I just loved how, especially his nobility, how he's like the very first episode, if you pass the sentence, you carry out the thing when he beheads the guy. Spoiler. But I love that kind of personality with that character, very strong character. And I'm going to be honest, I was like, no, when what happened to him. I'm not going to, you know what, spoiler alert, Ned Stark dies. If you watch the Season 3, you kind of know that he's dead. So, I do love that. It says Ned Stark, I'm going to be honest, was one of my favourites. But I love every character. Every character has their place. No character is misused or overused. Every character has their good points. What's that redhead Stark's girl's name? I'm forgetting her name. Sir Jonathan Monmouth, Daenerys Targaryen. I love Daenerys. She's awesome, but I'm a sucker for dragons. I can't help it. I mainly love her because of that title, Mother of Dragons. And I love her hands. There's me. Ian Glenn, who plays Sir Jorah Mormont, who I love the fucking nickname he's been given. He'd be given the Friend Zone nickname. I fucking love that. Arya Stark. That's not. There is Catelyn Stark. Catelyn. Is that her? No, that's the mother. Cersei Lannister. No, that's not her. What the fuck is she? Sansa. That's it. Sansa Stark. I love that what she's gone through. I really love how she was almost meant to be queen and how she's at a low point right now. I'm not going to tell you what's happened, but I love her character as well. But as is one of my favourite ones so far overall from Season 3, especially after the events of Season 3, is Jaime Lannister. I love how he's grown as a character. I still love every other character, and I've said maybe one day I'll do a top 10 favourite Game of Thrones characters, but that's going to be a really hard list in my opinion. But yeah, love every character, no character. I don't hate any characters for the wrong reasons. That's what I'm trying to emphasise. I've said I love Joffrey's character, but don't get me wrong, I hate his character at the same time. I love that he's been built up this character who you have to hate for a really good reason. I don't hate him for the wrong reason, like he's a bad actor or he has horrible lines. I hate him for what he is, which is a spoiled brat who thinks he gets everything he wants, but as soon as he has to defend what he wants, he'll be struck down and killed, hopefully. And I'm not, I don't want to spoil, but the scene between him and his granddad in the latest episode, oh my god, I fucking loved it. He got put down a few fucking pegs. That was awesome. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to say anything else. Okay, so I'll move on before I get talking about Game of Thrones. I'll have to do a video on Game of Thrones eventually, but yeah, so favourite character at the moment it's Jaime Lannister, just because of how much development he has, but at the same time I love every character. I don't have an overall favourite character, I just, as I said, I go by an episode by basis, because my opinion changes on characters every now and then. I love Tyrion, I love Jaime, I love the Starks, I love almost every character. I love Daenerys. I'm a sucker for dragons. I can't help it. Now, excuse me. I've went on long enough, and I'm going to take a sip of my juice. Oh, that's fucking hot. Almost bought my fucking tongue. Okay, so the next set of questions comes from N7 Normandy. Hey Scottish, have you seen The Assassination of Jesse James yet? Not asking for you to review it, because I know that you said you're busy, but if you saw it, did you like it? Ben Affleck is pretty good in it, isn't he? Sorry N7, I haven't had a chance to watch it. I actually have, I'm just going to count, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. I have over 30 films that I own that I still need to watch. So I do apologise. I've got a whole bunch of films that I still need to watch and ones that I am thinking about reviewing, but I'm not going to say I'm going to review them until after I've seen it. Am I going to review The Assassination of Jesse James? More than likely not. Just because of what the type of film it is. I might make a vlog and tell you what I think of it. Just like maybe a quickie, maybe like a vlog in which I talk about maybe 5 films that I've watched recently or 5 things that I've read or watched recently. Like, I'm going to be honest, right now I'm reading this one, Fables. Like, I picked this up because of Gaming MD recommended it, and also Mark Meir. This is volume 1 of it. And I'm going to be honest, I'm actually considering reviewing this because of how awesome it is so far. So yeah, maybe I'll do a new series in which I do 5 quickie reviews in one. I do apologise, I've actually opened up the source code for the website. I didn't mean that. Give me a minute to close it. But I am considering starting that series. I don't know, maybe 5 quickie reviews or something. I'm not too sure yet. In which I just review 5 quickie things, like maybe a game, a movie, something that I don't think I could do a full review on or a full wee on. Maybe 5 quick reviews or something. I don't know. Because there's a couple of films that I want to review, but I don't think I'd get a lot of material out of them to give a good proper review on them. But at the same time, I might just review day it is, and maybe I'll review 2 comics, maybe I'll review, like, let's just say I do decide to do this series. I'll pick 5, I'll pick 2, I'll pick Fables as 1, the World of Thetis, the Dragon Age thing I've got, The Assassination of Jesse James, Fan of the Opera, and Les Mis. Like, they 5 things there, I think that's 5 or 4 things, and I'll maybe do a vlog in which I review all 5 of them very quickly, just giving my opinion on them, because I just don't think I could get a lot of material out of those things for a full length worth it or not. So I'm not saying I'm never going to review The Assassination of Jesse James. It might not just be a full length worth it or not, because they've been out for so long and everything, but I just want to say that I'm highly considering reviewing Fables. So thank you MD, because I think I now owe you, like, I'm not going to lie, MD has got me into quite a few things that I'm now obsessed with. Fables and Firefly are just 2 examples. I really need to force her to sit down and watch some Doctor Who. Like, in fact, if I go to California, I'm going to sit her down, tie her a chair, and make her watch the entire fucking David Tennant run. Don't get your minds dirty, you bastards. I wouldn't do anything while she was tied to the chair, I swear. I would just make her watch Doctor Who, and then untie her, and then she can kill me after if she wants. Next question from N7 Normandy 1. Unstoppable is a good film. I really liked it. How come you picked it up? He's talking about this film, Unstoppable, Chris Pine and Denzel Washington. I'm going to be honest, I only picked it up because it was £3. I have this really bad habit. I don't know why I have it, but anytime I go into like a DVD shop or a shop in any kind of entertainment shop, a DVD shop, a comic book shop, or a game shop, I look around for like 20 minutes, and if I spend more than 20 minutes in a place, I have to go, right, I have to buy at least one thing. So I'll pick up one film, one cheap DVD, or one cheap comic book, or one cheap game. That's a really bad thing, you know. I have that habit. I hate it. I fucking despise this habit, but that's the only reason I picked up Unstoppable, was because it was £3. I'll have a look around the DVDs, and I'll be like, nah. Unstoppable. Chris Pine, Denzel Washington. I'll pick it up. Why not? That's the way I am. I just have this really bad habit. Like, if you ever go to a DVD shop with me, like a HMV, like a lot of my friends, I'm going to be honest, anytime I go out by myself. Anytime I go to the cinema, anytime I go into the town, I go by myself because, well, I have no friends. Again, I've got friends. I have no friends who live near, no friends who be willing to put up with my shit. Because anytime I go into a HMV or a CX or a Forbidden Planet, I have to go to at least one thing if I spend more than 20 minutes there. It's just the way I am. So if you ever go to a shop with me which sells DVDs around, prepare to like see me waiting. Prepare to like sit for like 30 minutes for me just going nah. But at the same time, if I also go into a setup and I see one thing that I like I'm going to be honest, I went into the same shop, I went into HMV and I saw Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood Volume 1. I've seen the first Fullmetal Alchemist for Years Ask and I loved it. So I saw this and I was like, oh, Volume 1, why not? And then I saw these 2 in a row films for a tenner. I was like, oh, why not? I'll just pick this up. And then I saw The Last Guardians. I was like, oh, I'll pick this up. Then I saw The Big Lebowski. And I was like, oh, I'll pick that up. I walked into HMV only planning on buying 1 or 2 films, and I'm walking it by like 3 or 4. I really have that problem. Like if I've got money, like trust me, like you do not want to go to a shop that sells good DVDs. So yeah, I only picked up Unstoppable because of my really bad habit of picking up films that I shouldn't, or just because I have to. Anytime I go into a shop, I feel like I have to buy at least one thing. Especially a cheap thing. And also, I'm a sucker for a bargain. Like, if you say buy one, get one free on DVDs, I'll be like, huh, I'll get this one that I really like and this one I don't really care about. Because HMV has this deal where, like, they have, like, 5 Blu-rays for 30 quid, and I just can't say no to that most of the time. I walk in and I'll go, 1, 2 films that I really love. 1, 2, 3 that I know nothing about. It's a really bad habit, and I really need to stop it. Excuse me. But, yeah, that's the only reason I picked up Unstoppable. It's a habit I have. So yeah, if you ever go to a convention or any kind of shop that sells entertainment stuff, you expect me to be in there for a long ass time and walking it with one thing. So yeah, move on. Next question from N7 Normandy. Have you heard of Mirak Rothbeth? Excuse me. He does Mass Effect fan trailers, and he's just done one of Alan Wake's trailer. True quality, top of the line trailers. They are better than actual trailers itself. When I was playing Mass Effect 2, I watched all of his ME3 fan trailers, which all were so well polished. No, I've never heard of him, never seen any of his trailers, but I probably have. Like, I'm pretty sure a lot of you do send me trailers to check out. I'm going to be honest, I'm not really, I don't want to sound bad, I'm pretty sure they're all well polished. I'm just not a big fan of fan trailers. And don't get me wrong, I've seen plenty of fucking awesome ones, but at the same time, I'm kind of like, yeah, that was awesome. That's it. I don't really have anything else to say on it. So, I don't know if I'll check that guy out. I might eventually, but I don't really check out fan trailers that often because, yeah, sorry, I don't really. I do apologise. I don't check out fan trailers. If you ever want to send me a segment, I'll check it out, but I don't go Googling and looking for them. Do apologise for that. So, yeah, sorry about that. Next question. If you could become any hero of your choice from a video game, which one would you want to be, and which one do you feel more like? Like, do you want to be more like Batman, or do you want to be, or you act more like Spider-Man? So video game specialist, or stick with video games. In all honesty, I don't know. I honestly don't know, because I don't know my personality. Like, I'm a very random person, and I'm trying to think, like, I honestly don't know. I can't answer that because I just don't know. I don't know who I want to be more like because I just want to be myself. That's just me. I would like to be more like a certain person in their attributes. Like, fuck. I want to be, maybe I'll be, I apologize. I want to be a bit more like Samara, for example, because of her dedication to her beliefs and all that. I really admire that in a character, but I don't want to be Samara. So I admire those characteristics, but I don't want to be that specific character. So I couldn't honestly tell you which character I want to be more like. Like, I would like to be a bit more like Samara with her dedication, but I don't want to be Samara. I want to be a bit more like maybe a bit more like Liliana, for example, because of her beliefs. Like, I'm not gonna miss. I'm not a religious person, but I like to hear about people's beliefs. I don't know why it's kind of weird, but I have my beliefs and everyone has their own beliefs, and I love how strong some people can get about their beliefs. Not to the extent in which they understand everyone is different, but I could go a whole topic. I'm not going to, but be a bit like Morgan, who's a lot more free spirited. Be a bit more like Zevran, who doesn't give two shits what people think about him. Really, I just pick and choose from characters. I have my own personality. I just pick and choose all the things that, oh, that's really like me because of blah blah blah. As for a character who I'm more like, I'm just gonna say one of the Deadpool. I'm like Deadpool. I can't die. Yeah, that's it. I'll go with Deadpool. Okay, do apologize. Just gotta do a quick check on something. Right. The next 8 questions come from Noxy JD. He actually numbered them, so I'm gonna go in order. First question's a doozy. MD/Warrior. Thoughts? For those who don't know what that means, it's GamerMD83, a very good friend of mine, and me, and slash as in relationship, that kind of stuff. It's actually an X for a kiss, so like that kind of thing. So MDX Warrior. MD is GamerMD, Warrior is me. In all honesty, let me just get it right here. I've actually had to contact MD before answering this question because I had to make sure that it was okay for me to answer this, because it doesn't just concern me, it concerns her as well. So she's given me her blessing to answer this question, and I'm going to answer honestly. For those that are unaware, there has been quite a few comments throughout the entire time me and MD have known each other. By the way, we are just good friends. We're not going out. Just get that right of the way. We're good friends. We're not going out. We're not in a relationship. We are good friends. About like there's been plenty of few comments that I've seen about MD and Warrior would make such a good couple. MD and Warrior. There's not a fuck ton of them, but there's been a couple of comments. I've had a few messages as well, asking me, "Are you and MD going out?" She's had a few as well. She's told me about them, and I always respond with the same thing. No, we are not in a relationship. We're just good friends. That's just what I want to clarify. Me and MD are not in a relationship. We're really good friends. In fact, it's come up for 2 years now that I've known MD, and 2 fantastic years for that. But I know I'm going to get a couple other questions after answering this. So what are my thoughts on the idea of MDX Warrior? So in a realistic sense, I know I'm going to get one of two questions. One, how can you be in a relationship with a person who lives so far away? Because I don't know, I live in Scotland, MD lives in California. 2, there is a big age gap between me and MD. Firstly, long distance relationships can work. 2, I personally don't feel bad about, I personally don't mind age differences. Okay? Just clarifying that. I don't mind if someone's 5 years older than me, 9 years older than me. As long as I care about that person enough, I think age doesn't really matter. Except for if they're under the age of 18, in which case, nope, not touching that with a 10-foot barge pole. Don't know how MD feels about this, so you'd have to ask her. So, firstly, of course, that's just 2 questions out there. I'm just realistically, that's what I'm going with. And I know I'm going to get a third question, and I'm going to get this one right away. I know I'm going to get this eventually. Do I find MD attractive? That's going to be a question I'm going to get asked. So, get it right out, MD. Yes, I do find her attractive. She is an attractive person, both physically and personality-wise. I'm more of a personality guy, and MD has a very attractive personality to me. Getting that right up there. So, do I think MD and I could have a relationship? I don't know what the future holds. At the moment, I'm happy being great friends with her, and she's been so kind to me for the past 2 years. I cannot thank her enough. So realistically, I'll be honest, I do find her attractive. I don't know if she finds me attractive, but I do find her attractive. So MD, so hope I didn't embarrass you there, MD, but I do find you attractive. You are both attractive physically and mentally, but in my personal opinion, you have an absolutely gorgeous personality, and any person would be lucky to be with you. Sounds like I'm hitting on you, doesn't it? So yeah, just getting out of the way, I do find MD attractive, but at the moment I'm happy being absolutely fantastically great friends with her. She's been so kind to me. In fact, pretty much she is my best friend at this moment. And probably will be for the rest of my life, hopefully. Now we get on to the actual thing, like MDX Warrior fiction. Like, I know I've had a couple people actually say, so for all those that actually do this, you have my blessing. Like, I know there are plenty of people. I heard that somewhere there was a fanfic about MD. I don't know. I can't say this, but I'm honest. I'm going to be honest. I give you my blessing that if you ever wanted to write a slash fiction about me and GamerMD83 or some slash art, you have my blessing to do so. I do not find it creepy. I will find it entertaining and laugh my ass off. Make sure it's okay with MD first. I don't want her getting creeped out. But yeah, I don't know if anyone does it, but yeah, go ahead if you want to. You have my blessing. If you have written a slash fiction about me and GamerMD83, please send me a link to it. I would love to fucking read it. and give you some nice positive criticism on it. So go ahead, you have my blessing. Write it. And draw it, if you're that kind of guy. Just try and keep it PG, okay? We don't want to offend the censors. So, overall, I find him to be attractive. And 2, go ahead and write the slash fiction and slash art if you like. I want to see that shit. In fact, I challenge you to do it and send me a link to it. I will look at it. I will read it. I give you my word. It was nice knowing you, MD. Hope it didn't creep you out too much. So yeah. Hope I didn't offend anyone there. Next question from Noxie is, favourite kind of sword? For those who don't know, I have a sword collection. I have 3 samurai swords, 1 secret sword that I haven't revealed yet, but it's one of my favourite swords, a blade replica sword, and a couple of daggers. What's my favourite kind of sword? A lot of people are going to think claymore. I'm going to be honest, I'm a dual wielder. I've been trained actually how to use one of these, a katana. I actually know how to position my hands. I know how to strike, I know how to defend, I know how to parry. I'm very good. I'm not saying I'm fantastic, but I at least know how to defend myself with a katana. But my favourite kind of sword, I'm going to be honest, I'm a really good sucker for a one-handed sword. I actually like, I don't like having 2 hands occupying the one blade, but I really like if I have one hand free to maybe have another sword in it or a dagger. I do like katanas though, they are some of my favourites. I like barbarian long swords. But I'm going to be honest, I am a sucker for a good claymore as well. I do like claymores, can't help it. It's in my genes, I can't help it. I love claymores. But favourite kind of sword, don't have a favourite. Overall, I like all swords. As long as it looks good and is usable, I'm fine with it. Next question from Noxie. Favourite all-time fictional male and female character from any media or novels? You really know how to fucking lay them on, don't you? Really, really tough, I'm not going to lie. From all medias. Huh. Really, really tough one. I'm having a look at all my collection of DVDs. Firstly, I don't read that many novels. Unfortunately, I still have to get through quite a lot. It's really tough to say all-time favourite male and female. Because I don't really look at that. I look at character. Like, who's my favourite character for X amount of reasons. Male character, if you want me to be specific, is really, really tough. It's really tough, I'm not going to lie. Trying to think of like all-time favourite characters is really, really tough. Because I love all the characters I love. I can't say it. So if I had to list off some male ones off the top of my head, Batman's definitely on there. Who else? Riddick, I fucking love Riddick. The Doctor from Doctor Who, his personality is, no matter what it is awesome. Angel from Buffy and the TV series Angel, absolutely adore how he is as a character. Sherlock Holmes from the Downey films, and also I'm reading in the Sherlock novels, so Sherlock Holmes is really good. Big Bad Wolf from here. From Fables is slowly but surely becoming one of my favourite characters of all time. He's awesome. A lot of Dragon Age ones are on it. It's really tough. I'm not going to be honest. I'm going to be honest. It's really, really fucking tough. I cannot honestly think of all-time favourite because it changes regularly. I like one character for one reason. I like the other character for a reason. It all depends on my mood and my personality at the time. So yeah, it's just a couple of lists. Batman, all that. Ones I listed off. Too many. Same with females. I love a lot of female characters. Just one off the top of my head is actually from Fullmetal Alchemist. Two of my favorite female characters from anime, if you want me to be specific, is Winry from Fullmetal Alchemist. So far, she's okay in Brotherhood, and Hinata from Naruto. I love those characters. They are my 2 favorite female characters from anime. But as I say, that's just from anime and all that. I cannot. It's really tough. You're putting me in a corner here and I can't actually answer this question without saying like, oh wait, I forgot about this character. Oh shit, I forgot about this character. From novels, I'll pick a couple. Couple from the Dragon Age novels. I really love the character of Fiona, the Grey Warden from The Calling and Asunder. Evangeline, I love her. Liliana, Morrigan, Zevra. It's really tough. I'm sorry, I cannot say. Overall, it's just there's so many characters who I could forget. It's really, really tough. I'm going to have to sit down one day and actually do a list of like who's my favorite characters of all time, because that is going to be a really fucking tough list. I'm not going to lie. I love the Punisher. I'm not going to lie. The Punisher from the Punisher movie starring Tom Jane. That's a fantastic character. It's really tough. I'm not going to lie. I feel like I'm forgetting some people, and I hate that. That's my only problem. Like, anytime I do a list, I always forget something. I'm like, shit, I forgot this. So I hate it. I fucking hate it. I can't. So I'm sorry. I can't answer that question because it would take me too long. Like, listing off why, and like I'd feel bad for forgetting a character. So yeah, sorry I can't answer that fully, but it's extremely a tough question. It's a question that I'd have to answer in a full-length video. So one day I will answer this question, Noxie, but at the moment I can't do it without feeling like I forgot someone. Fourth question from Noxie. Can you fight like a warrior? I am a black belt in Shotobudo martial arts, so yes, I can fight like a warrior. I'm not going to demonstrate it because I'm a bit out of practice, but I can fight. But luckily enough, I haven't been involved in an actual fight outside of my karate class because I don't like fighting that much. I avoid fighting if I have the choice because I'm not really that kind of person that'll start a fight. I'll defend myself, but I won't fight. So let me clarify that. But I do know how to fight. Dragon Age or Mass Effect? Can I have both? I can't pick. I'm sorry. I love both series too much. I love Mass Effect. And excuse me. I love Mass Effect. I love Dragon Age. Even with like Dragon Age 2 and the Mass Effect 3 ending, I love the series so much. I love the characters. I cannot, in all good conscience, pick between the two of them. I love them both equally. I'm sorry, I can't pick. I honestly can't. If you want me to pick, it's right now. I'm replaying through Dragon Age Origins, so at the moment, I fucking love Dragon Age. I can still play through Dragon Age Origins and Dragon Age 2, no problem. I actually can't play through Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3 anymore because of the events of the ending. I hate the ending that much. I actually can't bring myself to play through Mass Effect 1, 2, or 3 again. I'm sorry. So, if I had to go with that reasoning, I love Mass Effect, but I was honest, I can't play. I'm going to be honest, after the Citadel DLC, I haven't replayed through Mass Effect 1, 2, or 3 ever. And I don't think I could bring myself to it. Like, I'll be honest, I've tried on multiple occasions to play through Mass Effect 1 again, but I just end up going, that ending, there's no point. That fucking ending. It ruined the series. It didn't ruin the series for me, but I just can't bring myself to play through it, Mass Effect 1, 2, or 3 anymore because of that. I am planning on getting Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3 on PC though, and I'll have to play through them. But as I say, it's just at the moment I can't bring myself to play through Mass Effect 1, 2, 3. Dragon Age, however, I can still play through. So I've had to pick right now, right here, right now, at this current moment, Dragon Age. Sorry, Mass Effect, I fucking love you, and I really don't want to choose, but if I have to choose, it's going to be Dragon Age because I'm playing through it again, and I fucking love it still. And I can't bring myself to play through Mass Effect at the moment. So yeah, I know it's been over a year, but I can't, sorry. Sixth question from Noxie. Revan or Metra Sunkara, the Jedi Exile? For those who don't know, Revan is the character from KOTOR, Knights of the Old Republic, the Star Wars game made by BioWare, and the Jedi Exile is from KOTOR 2, made by Obsidian. Who do I like? I'm going to be honest, I've completed Knights of the Old Republic twice. I have completed Knights of the Old Republic 2. 0. I'm sorry, I can't complete that game. For one simple reason. The version I had at the time broke, and I haven't had the time to buy a new version. And it's been over 4 years, it's been quite a while now. So, it's easy answer. I fucking love Raven. Raven all the way, bitches. And I'm not going to spoil who Raven is for anyone if you've never played KOTOR, but Raven is a fantastic fucking character. One of my favourite characters in all of Star Wars. Question number 7. Sexiest male or female character in any media? Ooh, that's a tough one. In all honesty, I'm not the type of person, I'm not the right person to ask that. Because, as I've said, when I was asked about my MDX Warrior thing, I go for personality mostly. So I go for more personality. So, sexiest male, sexiest female is really tough. Okay, try to think. This is tough. I can't think. I honestly can't think. Like that's the same thing about fictional and male characters. I can't do that. I can't answer this question without feeling like I'm forgetting someone. So, sorry, I can't answer this question because I can't think. I'm trying to think. As I say, it's like, if I had to pick a couple off the top of my head, like, we'll go with males first. Thane. Batman. Nah, I'm gonna be honest, I'd do Cullen. This is tough, I'm really not gonna lie, this is fucking tough. Percy Jackson, love his character. This is tough, I'm gonna be honest, those are just ones that came to the top of my head. As for female characters, Liliana, Morrigan, Liara, Annabeth Chase. By the way, before anyone asks, I'm talking about the books, not the movie. I like the movie, but I love the books. The Percy Jackson books, for anyone who's wondering. Brandon Lee. Gotta say him. Like, I mean, the Crow. Like, him. Oh, you can't see it, sorry. There's a Crow poster up there. But the Crow, Brandon Lee. Yeah, that's one male I have to say right there. But that was in the females. Okay, add Brandon to the male list. Females. The new Lara Croft, not gonna lie. The reboot version. I'm putting too much thought into this. I'm sorry, I'm putting too much thought into this. I'm gonna be honest, I'm more personality, but if I had to go with just physically appealing, it's tough. Like, Morrigan's gonna be on that fucking list, no problem. Liliana, because of... Oh, God, I'm a sucker for an accent. Oh. And plus that singing voice. She can serenade me any day. I sounded creepy there. So it's really tough. I can't really do this question. As it's just the characters I lifted off there are just a select few. I can't think of any. David Tennant's Doctor Who is one as well. Oh, God. Oh, that sonic screwdriver. Sorry, just it off there. Do apologise. But I can't really do that because it's really tough. It is really fucking tough. I'm not going to lie. I can't do it. It's just the ones I listed off are just a select few. If you have any that you think that you like, just put them in the comments. Sorry. And the last question... Wow, that was a baddie. Final question from Noxie is... Best game of 2013, either so far or will be. So far, my favourite game of 2013 is... It's tough to say. I haven't played every major release, but the only one I've played recently is Tomb Raider. I love that game. That's so far one of my favourite games this year, along with Bioshock. But games that I think I'll really love when they come out is Last of Us, Watch Dogs, Grand Theft Auto 5. Oh, that was going to throw up there. Don't worry, I would have cut. I would have just started the video all over again if I had thrown up. Watch Dogs, I've already said. Dragon Age 3, because there's a couple of rumours flying about that it could be out in 2013, which I hope it falls, but if it does, that game could hopefully save my thing. But yeah, it's tough. There's a lot of ones I can say, good, bad, whatever. But yeah. So far, I say Tomb Raider, Bioshock are up there. But yeah, and it's tough to say. Last of Us and all the games I mentioned, I won't say anything. Although, I may as well get this quick update. Unfortunately, I don't know if I'll be able to get all those games I mentioned, because I'm finishing up college soon, and for anyone who's wondering, I didn't get the internship that I went for those who follow me for this. I said that I was going for an internship interview. I didn't get it. So I'm back on the job market, and once college is done, I'm going to be flat broke. So I'm hunting around for the job market, and that's going to be fun, and I feel like shit now. But I'll move on to the next question before I depress me. For those who are wondering, I didn't get the internship. The next question comes from the Gamer's Enjoyment. If there was a standard, if you were stranded on an island and you had one book with you, what would it be? One book. One book. I'm having a look through my book collection right now. I could go with a short book, but I'd get bored of that very easily and I'd eventually just end up going insane. I'm looking at the long books, but I don't think I'd be able to finish them before I died. The graphic novels count? Or are you talking about just book? If I had to be a book, in all honesty, I'd probably pick... I couldn't pick any of the Percy Jackson books or the Heroes of Olympus one because I need the whole series. So if I had to pick one book that I own right now, it would probably just be this thing right here, because I am reading it at the moment. It's going to take me fucking forever to finish it, but it's the complete collection of Sherlock Holmes stories, just because there are so many stories there, and so many of them could be read. So that's the book I'd pick. Plus, makes good burning. And another question from the Gamer's Enjoyment is, would you ever consider coming up to Aberdeen for a holiday? I wouldn't consider coming up for a holiday. I would be consider going up to Aberdeen for a day trip. Aberdeen's not that far away from me, if I'm correct. Because it's a train ride up and I'm there. I would consider maybe a trip up to Aberdeen one day. I haven't been in a lot of places in Scotland because I haven't been able to afford it. Most of I've been is Edinburgh. So, yeah, I might consider coming up to Aberdeen one day. So don't worry about that, Gamers Enjoyment. I'm assuming you're from Aberdeen. If I do have to go to Aberdeen one day, I will inform you and set me up for some people if they want to join me. Next question comes from Ability Drain. Okay, here's one. It's been announced that Dragon Age 3 is going to be revealed at E3 in June. I don't think it's going to be revealed. It's already been revealed. Excuse me. What would you like to be? What would you like them to show / tell us? For example, does a CG trailer, all-in-game demo, protagonist surname, etc. I'm not going to spend too long on this question because I actually plan on doing a full video on this once more news comes out about it. But as I said, I'd like to see gameplay mostly, if I'm going to be honest. Gameplay and story. That's just two, I mean, very vague because I'm doing a whole video on this, hopefully. So, yeah. Just gameplay and story. I'm doing a whole video on the Dragon Age E3 thing, what I'd like to see. So I'm saving that for a while. I'm just a bit backlogged. I apologise for that. So yeah, sorry about it. I can't be too specific. I'm going to do a whole video on it, don't worry. Bobby Blood 93. What do you think E3's doing? What do you think of EA doing the Star Wars games? Mixed bag. For those who don't know, EA has now signed a contract with Disney to have exclusive rights to make publish Star Wars games. 1. Star Wars has already been with EA with BioWare. BioWare did KOTOR, that was before they were with EA, and then they did Star Wars The Old Republic. So it has been proven that whoever's designed it, if it's Visceral, BioWare, and the people behind DICE, that's who it was. They're the main three that are probably going to be making a lot of the Star Wars games. So not bad developers. I say DICE I don't really like that much because of their games, like Battlefield, no, I think it is, or Call of Duty. But I can see potential in a good Star Wars game that way. Visceral, same thing. They did Dead Space. I could see a good one in that. And BioWare could do a good Star Wars RPG. But we're going to get shit ones either or. So I'm not positive. I'm not negative. I think I see the potential for a lot of good Star Wars games, but I also see the potential for a ton of shit Star Wars games. But one Star Wars game I want to see them done right now is Star Wars 1313. That game was almost fucking done before LucasArts went under. It was almost fucking finished and near enough ready to ship, but they shut it down. So if EA can get the rights to make 1313 and give it to BioWare or Visceral would actually be really good for that. Then they just need to polish it up and then put it out there, and then it'll be glorious. Hopefully, I beg of you, please. But yeah, I'd love to see a lot more Star Wars RPGs. If I'm going to be honest. So BioWare, get on it. Some Star Wars RPGs, please. So yeah, I'm not too fussed. As long as they're good and enjoyable games, I can ignore the bad ones. Next question comes from Super Elusive Man. There is a private venture by Dutch non-profit organisation called Mars One. The goal is to send the first human colonists to Mars by 2020. If given the opportunity, would you drop everything and start over on the red planet? Me personally, I wouldn't. Mars is a dead planet and doesn't even have the magnetosphere let alone breathable air and drinkable water. It's just not worth it in my opinion. However, if they find an Earth-like planet that would colonize, then we can talk. Okay, for those who don't know, as I say, he's just stated there, there's an organisation that wants to send people to Mars by 2020. I'm all for it, but I'm going to be honest, I wouldn't go. Because of one simple thing. It's a one-way fucking trip. Like, I know that I can actually say that I found out by research that a lot of people have signed up for this. And a lot of those people don't realise what they're getting in for. It's a one-way trip. Like, once you go there, you ain't coming back anytime soon. You're going to be there for the foreseeable future. And possibly the rest of your life. But as I say, I see it as a big step for humanity, because if we can colonise the red planet and it's fully successful, then we can colonise other planets. I do see that, and there are a lot of planets out in the galaxy that we can't get to, that maybe we'll get to in the future, that are habitable, that we could live on. And I see potential in that, and that's a big step for humanity in my opinion. And hopefully it can bring humanity together and we can all stop fucking fighting over the stupidest fucking retarded things. And we can come together as people and realise that we are a mere blip in the universe. We need to explore it and we can colonise planets. I hope we can, I really do. So I love the sound of this, but as I say, I'm not signing up for it anytime fucking soon. Because, yeah, I wouldn't, like, given the opportunity to go to maybe given the opportunity, if like they came in my door and says like, we want you to go to Mars, I'd be like, check off, close the door, wouldn't go, because yeah, as you stated, it's a barren planet, and it's a first time attempt at colonization, and I guarantee, knowing my fucking luck, I would forget to put on my air suit and step outside, and then dead. Well, technically you don't explode, you actually suffocate, blood boils, and complicated shit like that. But no, I wouldn't go because of a lot of reasons. Mainly because I wouldn't want to leave my family, and because it's a one-way trip. If it was a one-way, if it was for a year, and they were going to pay me for it, like say they say, right, we'll pay you for a year to go on the red planet and do networking or something on there, and we'll pay you 50 grand for the full year. Okay, maybe not 50 grand for the full year, and after that year, I came back. I'd do it. I'm going to be honest, if they paid me, I would do it. I would go if they paid me enough to go there for a year, and I could come back richer and more experienced. I would if I could for a year. But as I say, it's a one-way trip, so no, I wouldn't take it. If it's a one-way trip, hell no. If it's possible for a year, if it's a good paying job, I'm going to be honest, I'm desperate enough that I would say, for how long for? A year, we'll pay you 50 grand. I'll be like, I'll take it. I'd go in a heartbeat. I'd fucking go if I could get paid. And if it was only for a year and I could come back. It'd be sad leaving all yous behind, but at the moment I need money. So yeah, if it was for a year, for like, it'd be an experience, I would, but because it's only a one-way trip and we're nowhere near ready enough to do permanent colonization, no, I wouldn't do it. No, wouldn't, sorry. Another question from Bobby Blood 93. Have you ever been to Loch Ness, and do you believe in the Loch Ness Monster? Sorry if it sounds a bit cliche, but I had to ask. Nope, I've never been to Loch Ness. 2, I haven't seen the Loch Ness Monster, but I have not seen the Loch Ness Monster. It is a possibility that it exists, but I'm in between. Like, once I've seen evidence that proves it, I've seen evidence that disproves it. I don't believe either or. Like, if I go to Loch Ness and I see the Loch Ness Monster, I'm like, I believe in the Loch Ness Monster. No idea why I done an accent there, but I've never seen it. I can't say anything. There could be a Loch Ness Monster. There could not be a Loch Ness Monster. I've never been to Loch Ness, so maybe when I go there, I'll see the Loch Ness Monster and I can go, I believe. So, no. Loch Ness Monster, not too fast whether it exists or not. I would like to go to Loch Ness one day, and here's hoping I can and I will vlog about it. I'm running out of tea. Okay, the next set of questions comes from Woody Pegasus. Nice name. Question 1. Would you rather be in the Mojave Wasteland or the Capital Wasteland from Fallout games? Tuffy. Fallout. We'll call Capital Wasteland first. Ruins of DC. Huh. Lot of good opportunities to scavenge. Sorry, I think I might have jumped there, I do apologise. A lot of opportunities to scavenge technology from the nearby museums. A lot of possibility for exploration around the area. kind of dangerous, I'd say, watching as the pit of all evil. I'm trying to think of it logically. I honestly, I say, the Capital Wasteland has a lot of opportunities. I say there's a lot of good places you could fortify yourself. If you had a large enough group like the Brotherhood of Steel, you could go to the Pentagon and hold up there. I could see that. I could see going to the Pentagon and holding up there. That could be a nice place to fortify yourself if you knew what you were doing. I also see the Rivet City, like that boat, like that would be a good place to hold up. What else? The problem is, there's a lot of super mutants, which is a bit of a problem, because you're like, fucking super mutants. There's Three Dog, fucking love Three Dog, can't say no to him. Capital Wasteland's probably a good option, but let's think of the Mojave. Mojave, Las Vegas mostly, so a lot more, I'd say the Vegas Strip would be letting up, still great opportunities for scavenging. It's not as many places you could hold up with. If you're thinking about it, I said you could hold one of the casinos if you held it up long enough, but I said then you've got to deal with the house if you have killed them. There's not so much the Brotherhood of Steel. They are there, but oh, excuse me. But it's debatable. It's tough. I say, it's like I'm trying to think. If I'm going to be honest, I say the Mojave Wasteland would be a good place to hold up because there's a lot of good places out there. But in all honesty, I think I would more than likely probably go with the Capital Wasteland, just because I think there's more opportunities and more places to hold up. But I'm trying to think, Mojave. That's tough. It really is tough. I'll go with Capital Wasteland. I think that would be a bit more. I think I could find a good couple places to stay safe, and plus there's more vaults there that I could clear out and stay in if I wanted to. So probably the Capital Wasteland. Question 2 from Woody Pegasus. Who is better? Better mentor, Lee Everett or David Anderson? Lee Everett from The Walking Dead, David Anderson from Mass Effect. Probably gotta go with David Anderson. Lee is a good mentor for Clementine, as it depends on the character, but Anderson because of how much impact he has on Shepard. So Anderson straight up because Lee's mentorship can change depending on how the player plays them. Anderson's set. Anderson is the way he is, and he will never change. And also how much of a mentor he is to Shepard and helps him out and risks his life for Shepard on more than one occasion. Same with Lee. Lee risks his life for Clementine on many occasions. But I think David Anderson, in my opinion, is a better mentor just because of how much he feels for Shepard, and also how much he gives. So, Anderson. 3. Do you prefer RPGs that are open sense, Skyrim or Fallout, or BioWare's model, MEDA, Star Wars, KOTOR, etc.? So, open world versus linear, but so you're talking about creating a vast open world with either a decent or a crappy story, or a massive epic story. So I prefer story to more shit to do. Story. Flab, I prefer story. While Skyrim and Fallouts, excuse me, have so much to explore, Skyrim has some problems with the story. In fact, after playing through it again, I'm going to be honest, I can't think Total Biscuit's right when he says Skyrim is a good story, but it is a good thing. 6. Skyrim. So where is it? So yeah, sorry. Skyrim has a massive outer world, but the depth of a paddling pool. Starting to believe Total Biscuit on that. So I prefer a good story, like a really, really, really good story can trounce no matter how much shit you. A really good story can trounce Skyrim, in my opinion, because while Skyrim has a lot to do in it and there's a lot of mixture of stories, a good focused, concentrated story like BioWare style can be a lot 100 million times better. I prefer story. I prefer story over shit to do. That's the way I can put it. Like you could have a game where there's so much fucking shit to do, like Skyrim, but has a pretty shallow depth. Or you can have a game like Dragon Age, which has not as much of an open world, but has such detail in the story, so much complexity to it, and has so much depth to it, that it can trounce. In my opinion, I prefer Dragon Age Origins over Skyrim. Dragon Age Origins has a better story. Flat out. Saying it right now. Dragon Age is better than Skyrim. I'm probably going to get killed for that, but I don't care. I prefer story over shit to do. While I still like Skyrim, there's not a lot. While you can have a fuck ton of shit today in Skyrim, there's not much to the story in some way, shape, or form. There's a couple of good stories here or there, but there's not as much. None of the stories compare to Dragon Age. I'm sorry. So I prefer story over shit to do. So story all the way. Give me an absolute fantastic story. I don't care how much shit there is to do. You could have an absolute fantastic story and not that much side content, but as long as the story's good, I'll love it. But you could have an absolute open world with a shit story and I'll hate it. So yeah, story over quantity. Fourth question from Woody. Lara Croft or Nathan Drake? Didn't play the original Tomb Raiders. Loved the remake of the Tomb Raider one. I'm going with that one. I'm going with the reboot Lara Croft and Nathan Drake. I prefer Nathan. It's debatable. It really is debatable. Like I've only played one Tomb Raider game that I liked, and that's the new reboot to Tomb Raider, and I love their character. But I've played all three of the Nathan Drake games, the Uncharted games, so I'm probably gonna go with Nathan. Nathan is a really good character. He doesn't have that much depth to him by the third game, but he has evolved as a character, and we do learn a lot about him. But I've had to go with depth of a character and how much they suffered through it. Probably Lara, but Nathan just because he was one of the first characters I played in the PS3, so probably Nathan. 5. Favourite Mass Effect game? Can't pick all of them. Nah, I'm getting Mass Effect 1 hands down. 6. If Jessica Chobot got trapped in a forest and everyone was around to hear it, would anyone care? Hell no. Well, no, sorry, some people would care. The pervy motherfuckers who actually cared about her and... there would be some people who would care. Most of them would be IGN fanboys, fangirls, and people who just like her because of her body and all that. Me personally, I would not care, and I would actually cut a tree down so it would land on top of her. I was just like, I didn't mean it. My tea's cold. So yeah, no one would care. 6. Would an elderly superhero kick ass? If he's a fucking superhero, I think he can still kick ass in his late 100s. So yeah. 7. Is submission preferable to extinction? Out of context, are you talking about like if alien race came down and gave humanity an option to either be slaves to them and live or be extinct? I know what would happen. More than likely humanity would fight back, I can guarantee it. But as I say, is if we're going up against a superior opponent, in all honesty, what's more important, that the race survives or that the race gets completely and utterly annihilated? And it's really tough. That's actually an interesting question. So, submission preferable to extinction. So, do I submit to the rule of an alien invader or a group of invaders and become their slaves, or do I go down fighting? And my personality-wise, I'm going to be honest, I more likely would go down fighting, die. I would go down fighting. But I can definitely see the possibilities if I gave up. Like, I'm not going to lie, like, if it was just me, I would go down fighting. I would literally be loading up a gun and just go, ah! I would pull out my katana and just charge head first for them. I would do that. If it was just me, if I could bide my time and give people who I cared about a chance to escape, I would do that. But if it wasn't just me, if I was in a room with, let's say, GamerMD, Alex Ability, and my family, and a couple other people, and there was no escape whatsoever, and the aliens were coming at us, I would do one of two things. I would either run out and try and distract them and give them a chance to get away. That's probably what I would more likely do. Or I would be like, we're fucked. I surrender. Because if I surrender, it gives me more opportunity. Like, if I surrender, if I can at least give some people a chance to get the second elderly out of there, and it's just like me, MD, and Alex, like, I would say, like, we're pretty much fucked, and I would go, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to go to surrender because it gives a chance. Because if you surrender, we humans can be slaves, but if you surrender, you give an opportunity. You can be this subtle guy. Like, as a slave, I guess I have to do what we were told, of course. But I could learn. I could learn from the aliens. I could observe them, learn their technology. Here's the thing: no one notices the slaves. I think the spider from Game of Thrones says it. Who notices the beggars? I don't think he says it in that way, but I always love to say the beggars and the homeless are the eyes and ears of the city. And if you have a network of them, you can learn anything. So, who would notice a slave? Like, if I just acted normal and I was a slave and did what I was told and all that, at the same time observing them, I can find out a way and maybe help learn something that would benefit humanity. So if it's all down there, like we're on the brink of extinction, in all honesty, we best just go, yep, we surrender, you can stick those probes up our ass. And at least it gives us a chance to rebel and give a fighting chance in the future. But in honesty, as it says, it's a tough question. More than likely we'd all be extinct, but I can see that if we did submit, we could have the opportunities to fight back. So I put too much thought into that. But yeah, I would probably think, like, if it was just me and I was on my own, I would probably submit. I'm not gonna lie, I would probably just be like, I surrender. But if it was like me and a group of other people, I'm contradicting myself, aren't I? Fuck it, I changed my opinion, If it was a group of people, I would at least give them a chance to get the fuck out of there and run out charging them and just say, right, I'm going to draw them left, you get out and go right. So yeah, that's probably, I would probably, if it was just me, I would probably surrender. So yeah, that's just because given the opportunity I could learn. Okay, the last set of questions from Woody. Oh, sorry. Altair or Connor Kenway? Who wins? Altair, hands down. 9. 3 Dog or Mr. New Vegas? 3 Dog. 10. If you knew James Vega in real life, what nickname would he give you? Your best estimate. I'm gonna be honest, I didn't like James Vega that much. Just try to think. He gave Lola, Sparks. Nutter? Yeah, I'll go with no. He probably called me a nutter because I fucking messed up as, or Mr. Angry. I don't know. It's tough to say as I don't know. Don't know his personality that well, but probably nutter or psycho. I don't know. I don't know. Something stupid probably. The Gamer's Enjoyment asks, would you submit your name for the Mars Settlement? Okay, I've already asked that. No, I wouldn't. Okay, the next set of questions comes from N7 Strider. Do you have a great game? Do you have any pre-game rituals, e.g. must wear lucky socks, lucky pants? I do. I play naked. Yes, I play naked. What? I get more fun playing naked. Like in my Let's Plays, I'm playing naked. I take this shirt off, I take my pants off, I sit down in my bed, and I play naked. That's my game of ritual. I play naked. Now have that image in your head for the rest of your days, people. Me playing Batman Arkham City, naked. But also, no, I don't have a yeah, that's it. The only pre-game ritual is I play naked. That's it. I'm not kidding you, I do play naked. Any game. Like, unless, if I'm in my own room, I play naked. Second question from Inside Strider. Have you ever watched the anime Bleach? No. I watched a bit of Naruto. I like Naruto. I liked One Piece and how I hate it. But no, never watched Bleach because it never appealed to me. Who would win in the fight, Edie or Cortana? Edie. Because she's Reaper. She's Reaper technology. You have your own comic book. Who would you have write and illustrate it? To write, Gail Simone. Hands down. Gail Simone's a fantastic writer. I'm not so much up on the artists, I'm sorry, so as long as it's a good artist, I'm fine with that. Oh wait, Al Fletcher. There, Al, on Twitter, I hire you, because you've done some awesome fan art for me, so I hire you as the artist. Gail Simone is the writer, hands down. Okay, the next question comes from Emperor Zorn. This is 3 questions. Which game character would you like to meet in real life? Tuffy. Tuffy. I think I've already answered this before. I think I said like maybe Liara, Morrigan, Liliana, Dawnstar, Silk Fox, Meryl, Varric. A lot of characters, there's a lot. Sorry, I can't be more specific. Let's give it 6. 2. If you were invisible for a day, what would you do? Sneak into EA's office and take a massive dump on every single person's desk. What? Well, you think I would actually like sneak into girls' bathrooms? You dirty bastards. I would just go into EA's offices and take a massive fucking dump on every one of their desks and find and steal corporate secrets. Because I can make a bit of money off of it. Probably do a bit of vandalism and all that here or there at EA. Number 3. Imagine you're reincarnated as an animal. What animal would you be? Dragon. If I had an option, dragon. I know they don't exist, but dragon. Next question comes from N7 Normandy. Have you heard of a YouTuber, Onizine? He did a video called I'm Banana Man. Look at me, look at me. Yes, pretty stupid. He is an asshole. I don't recommend subscribing to him, but he oozes arrogance. Arrogance. Nope, never heard of him. Not going to watch him. Next question comes from the Gamer's Enjoyment. If you could spend if you could spend a day with any 2 of the Mass Effect characters, who would it be and why? Liara, because she's awesome, and I'd have an absolute blast with her. And Rex or Garrus. Just because Rex I would have an absolute fucking blast with, and Garrus because, yeah, same reason. He's fucking awesome. Yeah, so Liara is one, or, as I know I'll probably think of Tali, but she wouldn't last 5 minutes in Scotland. Rex, probably Liara and Rex. I think that would be it. That's my pick. By the way, that could probably change so much because my mind changes. Al, Free, and Tree Frog. That's Al from Twitter. Who would you prefer the cast to be for the new Batman movie? Example would be like Batman, Alfred, Gordon, Catwoman, Joker, or any other villains such as Killer Croc or Riddler. If we're not talking like which actors we would like to see, because I've got my idea for the perfect actor for Batman. It's the main villain from The Crow, the guy with the long hair. Just listen to his voice and don't tell me you don't think Batman. As for who I don't want to see, of course, I want to see Batman, Alfred, and Gordon. Catwoman would be interesting, but I can't think of any actors who can. Don't get me wrong, any actors that could date her perfectly yet. No offense to Anne Hathaway, she just done an okay job. She's not Catwoman though. Joker, I'm going to be honest, I don't want the Joker. I want another villain to get a chance. In all honesty, I want to see the Riddler. I want to see a good Riddler villain from Batman. So yeah, I would really want to see a really good Riddler done. Like the Jim Carrey Riddler is funny, quirky, I enjoy it. But I really want a good Riddler. That's going to go. I really want a good Riddler. So yeah, Riddler is the main villain probably, and Catwoman would be a possibility. But also, I'd love to see Huntress. I'd love to see Batgirl. I'd love to see Robin. So I'd love to see a Batman movie with the whole Bat family. Gonna be honest. So yeah, Batman, Riddler, Batgirl, Catwoman maybe, Huntress. No, no Huntress. Nightwing or Robin. Not too fussed either or. So yeah, those kind of characters, I'd love to see them because I think like even though Batman's awesome, I want to see Nightwing or Robin, and I want to see Batgirl. I want to see those characters. They're awesome, and maybe Batwoman. That'd be actually pretty cool. Okay, moving on. Charles6835. If you could ask Liara just one question, what would it be? Thinking. Whoa. How was Shepard in the sack? Nah, I'm kidding. It wouldn't be that. I'm not gonna lie. I would just ask her, could she give me some dirt on EA? Because she is the Shadow Broker. So yeah, dirt on EA, please. What do you think about Dragon Age 3? I've already talked about that. Okay, the last set of questions from the comment section come from N7 Strider. If you could go back and do your GCSEs again, what career would you want to do and what would it be? No, we don't have GCSEs. We have standard grades, hires, and intermediates. If I could go back, I'd love to do a bit more in computing. I'm going to be honest. I'd love to go back and do a bit more in computing, so I'd have more computing knowledge and maybe a bit of music knowledge because I used to actually do music. I couldn't do it after I moved schools, but I'd love to get back into music. So yeah, music and probably concentrate a bit more on my computing skills. Excuse me. Oh, sorry about that. Are you into character or plot or a bit of both? In all honesty, I like a bit of both, but in all honesty, straight up, a great set of characters can write the story itself. That's just me personally. As I say, it's like a really good set of characters can write the story itself. Writing how the characters have evolved, how they change over time, can mean a lot more than just a really good plot with a lot of shit characters. I think characters are probably the most important thing when it comes to any kind of writing. And if you get the characters right, the stories just write themselves. That's why I think it's right. That's why I think it's really good. If you get great characters, you can get a great story. So yeah, characters, the main thing. Plot still can write itself sometimes. Do you still have that pink blanket when you used in Mass Effect Enders for the first time and with the massive beard? Yes, I still have that pink blanket. It's just my little sister doesn't let me use it anymore. Sorry. Last two questions from N7 are: what is your favourite movie soundtrack? And favourite movie soundtrack? Sucker for the Batman theme, like da 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 da. Sucker for the Batman. Batman theme's awesome. I don't really like entire movie soundtracks. I like extracts and bits and pieces. I don't really like movie soundtracks. And the last question: have you seen Gladiator? Yes, everyone's fucking seen Gladiator. It's awesome. Not as good as everyone says it is, but it's awesome. Okay, question from Twitter is from Charles6835. What game are you looking forward to the latest? I've already talked about that, so no point. And the last question from Facebook from Mark is: where would you like to go on holiday? There's a lot of places I'd love to go. I'm going to be honest. There are a lot of sex. Sorry, just scrolling down on something. There are a lot of places I'd love to go on holiday. I'd love to visit Paris. I'm more of a culture guy, so I'd love to visit all the cultural places. Not so much the pub parties and club scenes. I'm not that type of person. I'd love to go to America. I'm going to be honest and just visit certain areas and also, of course, meet MD. That'd be awesome. But there's a lot of places I'd love to visit, so it's really hard to say. It just comes down to money, unfortunately. I have a passport, it just comes down to money. But yeah, a lot of places I'd love to visit. Japan, China, Paris, France, Spain. A lot of places in America, especially California. Canada's a must. I want to visit Canada. I want to explore a bit more of Scotland because I haven't explored the entire region of Scotland. Furthest I've been to Edinburgh. And a lot of places. There's a lot of fucking places I'd love to visit, so I can't be too specific. So, sorry. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope it was entertaining at least. And I hope I answered all the questions I was asked. Look forward to the next installment of Ask the Warrior, which hopefully will be fairly short, which will be in like maybe a month or so. So thank you. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope I answered the questions, and I hope you enjoyed my answers to them. And yeah, so thank you for watching. As always, I'm Scottish Warrior 92. I'll see you all later. Ciao for now.